Ndikulandireni pano pa Parliament Broadcasting lero lachinayi pa 9 ndikulandireni pano pa Parliament Broadcasting lero lachinayi pa 9 July 2026. Dzina langa ndi Chikondi Manjawira. Tikupitiriza kupatsirani tsatanetsatane wa zokambirana za phungu a nyumba ya malamulo zachitatu mu mkumano wa nambala 52. Malinga ndi ndondomeko yoyendetsera zokambirana za phungu mnyumba ya malamulo lero ikuonetsa kuti aphungu ayamba zokambirana zawo pofunsa mafunso ku maunduna osiyanasiyana. Maunduna omwe akuyembekezeka kuyankha mafunsowa ndi unduna oona za mphamvu, unduna oona za maphunziro, sayansi ndi luso, komanso unduna oona za umoyo mwa ena. Ndondomekoyi ikusonyeza kuti aphungu oyimirira dera la Mzimba West abweretsa mnyumbayi nkhani ziwiri zofunika ku dziko motsogozedwa ndi gawo 14 la malamulo oyendetsera zokambirana za phungu a nyumba ya malamulo. Tikuyembekezanso kuti phungu wa dera la Mzimba South abweretsa funso nyumbayi kupita ku unduna oona za mayendedwe ndi ntchito za boma motsogozedwa ndi gawo 69 la malamulo oyendetsera zokambirana za phunguwa. Tikuyembekezanso mapempho awiri nyumbayi. Pempho loyamba ndi lochokera kwa aphunzitsi okhudzidwa msukulu za boma za sekondari, ndipo pempho lachiwiri ndi lochokera ku bungwe la Climate Civil Society Organization lomwe limagwira ntchito zokhudza kusintha kwa nyengo. Aphungu akuyembekezanso kupereka malipoti a madera momwe iwo amachokera, ndipo kumbali ya boma tikuyembekeza kuti nduna yoona za mayendedwe ndi ntchito za boma apereka ripoti lokhudza momwe nkhani za mayendedwe a madzi mdziko muno zilili. Tikuyembekezanso kuti nduna zingapo zipereka malipoti ena osiyanasiyana mnyumbayi. Well, if you're just joining us, welcome to Parliament Broadcasting today, Thursday, 9th July 2026, and we continue with our live broadcast of the third meeting in the 52nd session of Parliament. Let us take a look at today's expected business in the House according to the order paper. Under general business, we expect the House to commence business with questions on notice to ministers for oral replies. Ministries that are expected to respond to the questions are Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, and Ministry of Health and Sanitation, among others. We also expect Honorable Member from Mzimba West to raise two matters of urgent public importance under Standing Order 14. Honorable Member from Mzimba South is expected to ask the Honorable Minister of Transport and Public Works a question under Standing Order 69. Under private members' business, we expect two petitions. The first one is from the concerned teachers of the Malawi Public Secondary School, and the second petition is from the Climate Civil Society Organization. We also expect quite a number of constituency statements from the honorable members. And under government business, the order paper indicates that Honorable Minister of Transport and Public Works is expected to present a ministerial statement on the status of inland water transport in Malawi. We also expect statutory reports and subsidiary legislation from several honorable ministries. We now cross over to the chamber for today's deliberations. I am Chikondi Manjawira Kashere. Stay tuned.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and godness has appointed the office of rulers and the parliaments for the welfare of society and just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favor as your servants, whom you have pleased to call to the performance of important trust in this land. Let your blessing descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberations in so just and faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace and prosperity and welfare of this country and of those interests you have committed to our church. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
Good morning, honor members. Let me welcome you from the Speaker's office. We would like to welcome leader and the whole House, government and the opposition side to a Thursday morning, a private members' day. Welcome to the House. As of now, the office has no communication yet to make. Thank you. A point of order from the honorable member for Lilongwe Msinja, is it South? Msinja South, what has gone out of order?
First Deputy Speaker, welcome to the National Dialogue Table. Is it in order that as we see today, the Minister of Local Government had to speak to the House about the progress of CDF? As today we are seeing the communication in the papers about 7 billion plus sum of monies dispersed to the councils. Is it in order that we start today without him explaining to the House what is this 7 billion about? We need detailed explanation on the same so that we can understand, because in the communication is talking about management allocation. Number 2, about the loans for youth and women.
Thank you.
So we needed the explanation of the same. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honor members, all point of orders will be treated to a 1-minute allocation. I gave a few seconds because the honorable member on the floor is a backbencher leader from that side. But let's stick to our usual 1 minute for a point of order. So, and point of orders are addressed to the chair. So, honorable member, you have addressed to me an issue concerning the honorable minister of local government. At an opportune time, I will ask the leader to engage my office and the office of the minister of local government to see if they need to make some few clarifications, and in that way, I will reserve my ruling up to that time when that is done. Thank you very much. I see there's no any other point of order. Colleagues? Members and the commissioner, you were standing, but if you see the way you've indicated, you have a contribution to make. But you cannot make any contribution because we haven't started. any business this morning. And if you are raising on a point of order, colleagues, can we use our gadget to indicate a point of order on my side? So, Lilongwe Nyanja, Karonga Town, no one is requesting for a point of order. You have only indicated. I hope the training did us justice. But there is an arrow on our machine. It's not working? Oh, it's not a point of order. And if it's coming from the commissioner, maybe there's something very, very important you would like to announce to the House this morning. Honorable Commissioner, I give you the floor for 1 minute.
Thank
Apologies, Honorable Commissioner. Would you please switch on your mic again? Thank you.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker. It's not a point of order, but I wanted to move a motion, riding on what my colleague from Sinja, Lirongom Sinja North has said, to vary the order paper so that we exhaustively discuss the issue of CDF. There are a lot of conflicting information coming forward. So I think I want to move the order, to move the motion so that we vary the order paper and exclusively discuss the issues of CDF. I submit, First Deputy Speaker.
Commissioner, thank you very, very much. We hear you. Please remember to switch off your microphone. Thank you. We hear you and your submissions. Actually, Commissioner, you can only vary the order paper when we have business on the order paper to go to. But as you see, Commissioner Karonga Town, there's no business on the order paper that we have highlighted. In so doing, the First Deputy Speaker here presiding is struggling to which business should we attend to according to your motion. So I rule your motion irrelevant at the moment, but if you put forward a question under Standing Order 14, I promise to take action on that to the Minister of Local Government. I promise I will take action on that. But for now, we don't have any business to the Minister of Local Government. Honourable members, let me highlight, according to the resolution of the Business Committee, we have private members' business that hasn't had any mandate that has not been given attention in the previous sittings. These are constituency statements. Can I request those that have submitted their constituency statements and are appearing on the order paper to be prepared for today? We will have time to tackle a few of those constituency statements today, and those that are holding petitions, the 2 petitions on the order paper, if you look at our order paper, can you also be prepared, because those petitions will be disposed today. And the Chief Whip and the Whip Opposition, let's make sure our honorable members are able to attend to their business for today. Thank you.
General business, questions to ministers for oral replies.
Honorable Chief Whip.
Right, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, I beg to move that the House should proceed to tackle general business, questions to ministers for oral replies, and I beg to move that we begin with questions to Ministry of Education. I beg to move.
Thank you, honorable members. We will move to questions under the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology. We will start with question 128. Honourable members, there is an agitation on point of orders. There is an arrow. When you click that arrow, it will show me there's a point of order requested. But it's not, as I speak now, there's no one who has requested for a point of order. So let's not. Honourable members, we cannot continue to send me messages when we are busy presiding over. We will start with question number 128, then we will recognize you. 128, Honourable Member from Zimba West. Honourable Member from Zimba West, please resume your seat first. I've seen a point of order from MCP Whip. Please, you have the floor. Honourable Whip, that's how you request for a point of order. You have just done the right thing. Okay. That's how we request for a point of order. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity granted to the Zamrunduni to rise on a point of order. First Deputy Speaker, yesterday, this House adjourned under some hazy circumstances. First Deputy Speaker, the whip on the government side did call someone on this side a name that does not appear in the records of this House as identifying any member of this House. First Deputy Speaker, it is against the orders of this House that any member of this House can be called a name that does not exist in the records. I would therefore want to request, in a very peaceful manner, that the honourable member does withdraw that name. I am saying this because I am still in a very peaceful manner. If it is withdrawn, the matter ends right there. If it is not withdrawn, the matter will be escalated. So for now, Speaker, it is my request, my humble plea, that the honourable member, it's a very humble one.
Honourable Whip, thank you very much. I've heard you. Honourable Whip, you cannot be requesting for someone to make a withdrawal and then end up threatening my position to say this issue will escalate. Like escalate going where? Honourable Whip.
All right, Speaker.
You are part of the leadership. You are part of the leadership. And at every point I expect your office to protect the office of the Speaker and the presiding officer. Because if this House escalates, I don't know where will the presiding officer be seated when you choose to be escalating. So please,
okay.
We pray you don't have to escalate things.
Speaker,
can you strictly sit on your point of order, please? Thank you.
All right, Speaker, it was a humble request to your office that the honourable member does withdraw that and that it be scrapped off from the Hansards. We are a house of decorum, and the same business committee that you have referred to, I sit with the honourable member. We cannot come in this house just because there are rumors associated with certain individuals, then we start calling them by those rumors. If someone is rumored to be a thief, we can't be saying, thief, sit down. If someone is rumored to have demanded 1.9 billion waja from a fertilizer company, we can't come here and say 1.9 billion waja, sit down. If someone is rumored to be associated with a Papa God somewhere, every time she stands, we can say, Papa God, sit down. We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you.
We can't be doing that in this house.
Thank you. Honourable Whip, please resume your seat. Honourable Whip, you have made an allegation which the presiding officer this morning is not aware of. And I was not presiding the House. I am actually following up to get a report from the table office of what happened. But because you've come with the way that a peaceful withdrawal, and you're talking about a chief whip on the government side, I think the two of you are all whips, chief whip from the government side, and the whip on the opposition side. It is up to, I actually wanted to give you an opportunity to interface while we continue with business, but the whip seated on the other side is in the house, I don't know if she is willing to withdraw what she said, but I will not be making any ruling. But if she is willing to rise to withdraw, if it was put on record. Leader, you have the floor. Leader, you have the floor.
First, Deputy Speaker. First, First Deputy Speaker, when we walked into this house, and I did appeal on Tuesday, we have very limited, meetings in this country. And it is important that every minute that we sit in this house must be used productively. Now, we have used 21 minutes of taxpayers' money paid for, discussing nothing. It doesn't please me at the head of this house at all. Let us move to serious business. These petty issues can be dealt with through other means, but certainly not in this house. Let us tackle business that affects Malawians. I submit.
Thank you, Leader. Honor members, we will hold on to that point of order and move as guided. Honor member for Mzimba West, you have the floor, and we will come back to that issue later. Mzimba West, you have the floor.
First Deputy Speaker, good morning. Thank you very much for allowing the people of Mzimba West to confirm the question that appears on today's order paper. First Deputy Speaker, let me confirm that indeed question 128 appearing on the order paper is coming from the people of Mzimba West, including Senior Chiefs Mtwalo, Senior Chief Mperembe, and the Inkosanas. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to state that the CDSS named Kalanga on the list was being constructed with support from the American government and was abandoned midway. However, it was opened for a week. I don't know under what circumstances it was, and then soon after it was closed. First Deputy Speaker, this is not a peculiar story to Kalanga. Within my constituency, we also have Kuyu CDSS, which faced similar circumstances. I therefore confirm. Thank you.
Honourable member from Mzimba West, next time you would like to speak to your question like that, use a different standing order, not question to ministers for all reply. Use 69, 14, whatsoever standing order to raise such an issue that requires you to quantify your question. Next time you raise a similar question, please just confirm the question to say it's coming from the Senior Chief in Twalo and resume your seat. Thank you very much. Thank you. Honourable Minister of Education, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. The opportunity to respond to the question from the Honourable Member from Mzimba West. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, let me also thank the Honourable Member for Mzimba West for his question, which has two strands. The first strand is to ask the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology as to when Kalanga CDSS will open. And the second strand is to ask the progress on upgrading Mperembe CDSS. During the confirmation of his question, he raised the question of Kuyu CDSS, but Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, as you have rightly pointed out, I shall not address this issue until he submits in the requisite format. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, Kalanga CDSS is one of the community-day secondary schools which was being constructed under the Secondary Education Expansion for Development, SEED project, which was being financed by the US government through USAID. However, as the House will recall, construction of these secondary schools was halted after the US directive to suspend all USAID funded activities across the world, including Malawi. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, my ministry carried out an assessment of the uncompleted works at Kalanga CDSS in July 2025. Allow me to inform the Honourable Member that the overall physical progress of works ranged between 60 and 82%, with a good number of facilities at this school at their finished stage. In addition, a good number of construction materials such as iron sheets, trusses, window frames, and many others were already procured, and some are available on site, while others are in the Ministry of Education warehouse. Mr. Speaker, sir, taking advantage of the progress made and the available construction materials available, I urge the Honourable Member to lobby Mzimba North District Council to consider including the completion of the project in their current budget using CDF, as my ministry continues to engage other development partners for more support. Strand number 2, progress on upgrading Mperembe Community Day Secondary School. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, let me begin by reiterating that one of my ministry's key strategies is to increase access to secondary education through the expansion of existing schools, especially community day secondary schools. This is why a number of schools across the country, including Mperembe, are currently undergoing expansion. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me at this juncture to inform the August House that Mperembe CDSS is being expanded under the Improving Secondary Education in Malawi project, ISEM 2, which is being supported by the European Union. The scope of works includes the construction of a twin classroom block, a technical vocational wing, a technical drawing workshop, as well as the installation of a high-efficiency submersible water pump. Construction commenced 7 months ago, and they are expected to be completed in 5 months' time, all things being equal. The current overall physical progress is at 22%. This, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, suggests that there is slow progress in the construction, which is partly due to delay in the commencement of the project after the commencement date, and also the onset of the rains within the same period. However, let me assure the honorable member that my ministry will do all it can to ensure that the project is completed within the stipulated time without compromising on quality and without compromising on standards. I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honourable Minister. I see supplementary questions from Mchinji South, Mzuzu City South, and Mzimba North. But before that, there's a point of order from Lilongwe Nyanja. Lilongwe Nyanja, you have the floor for 1 minute for a point of order. What has gone out of order?
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Earlier on, I didn't wanted to stand on a point of order, but I feel if I can be given a supplementary, it will stand because it's in the same line. So it's entirely up to you to consider me on that one. Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker.
Remember, I didn't hear what you are requesting. What are you suggesting?
Your Honor, the First Deputy Speaker, is it in order that we can proceed with the deliberations today without having proper guidance in relation to the doctor who has been killed in Blantyre? At least if we can have a commitment from the Minister of Health and the Minister of Homeland Security so that such things are addressed. That said, Your Honor, the First Deputy Speaker, I would like to request the Minister of Education to ask the Minister of Education to explain clearly, because it is expected that once you're done with the secondary school, community day secondary school, you are supposed to proceed to the university. Looking at the increase in fees at the university, is there going to be a time where the Minister of Education is going to present a paper to the House in justifying what has necessitated the increase of the school fees by 100%? That is going to cushion the people in the community secondary schools.
Thank you. Thank you. Honour member, please switch off your microphone. I think point of orders are supposed to address issues very immediate to the House that are on the floor. The two issues that you've raised are very important issues of this House, and you can use our own standing orders to raise those issues, and your Speaker is promising you to attend to them today so that we can get some feedback from government. So let's not abuse the privilege of having point of orders in the House. I therefore rule. I already recognize the honour member from Chinji South, followed by Mzuzu City South, and then Mzimba North. Is it Northwest? Northeast. We'll start with Mchinji South for a supplementary question.
Good morning, First Deputy Speaker. Actually, you've already ruled out of order the member from Lilongwe Nyanja on the issue that I was supposed to stand on. But I still want to speak on the same issue because even though you've actually ruled it out of order, but it's a pertinent issue of the fees in the public universities. We are privileged today that we have the Minister of Education in the House. Through his ministry, they have revised the university fees by 100%. This is punitive and retrogressive. So even though you've actually ruled already that we need to stand on a different standing order, I still feel that it is important for me as a representative, representing those people in the villages, to stand and speak on the same issue. We are standing here to ask the Minister of Education to rescind the decision of raising the fees by 100%. This is a response to it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honour member, switch off your microphone. Thank you very much. Honour member, you knew you needed to raise this issue a couple of days back. My office, the office of the Right Honourable Speaker, has not received any question coming from your directions on the same issue. So you cannot raise on a supplementary question because the Honour Minister is responding to Mperembe Community Day Secondary School. And a question on Mperembe cannot relate to a question that you have just raised. So I will not consider yours as a supplementary question. Then we'll go to Mzuzu City South. Is it a point of order? Mzuzu City South, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, for allowing people of Mzuzu City Southeast, under the leadership of T.A. Tula, GVH Goamo, Kamshibazi, Kafwekula, Shapahola, Mwapoka, to ask a supplementary question to Honorable Minister of Education. Honorable Minister, people of Mzuzu City Southeast, we really much appreciate for the good job you are doing. And for that case, we want to ask, and if you can consider people of Mzuzu City Southeast to construct a secondary school within the community of people of Kaboko, Kantete. Since this area before was Katabe West, and now it has been demarcated and relocated to Mzuzu City Southeast. So, students from that area cover the distance over others, maybe 10 to 15 kilometers to access secondary school. So if Honorable Minister of Education can consider us with this, actually with full necessary facility like laboratory, library, girls' hostels, and teachers' house, people of Mzuzu City Southeast, we can really appreciate for this. Thank you, right, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for allowing us to supplement.
Thank you.
Submit.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, should we take all the questions? Okay, then I recognized already the Honourable Member from Zimba Northeast. And then the third one will be the owner of the question. Seems to be rising on a point of order. He might need to add something. So, Honourable Member from Zimba Northeast, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for according the people of Mzimba North an opportunity to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Education. I just wanted to confirm with the Honorable Minister of Education that last time I asked on Ndongoleni CDSS, which is in the same situation as the Mzimba West situation, where the secondary school was being constructed by the American government and construction had stopped. Materials already delivered on site. When we presented the question last time, the Honorable Minister did respond that we have to take these projects to the Constituency Development Fund. And indeed, I did that with my people, submitted that project to the District Assembly, but the District Assembly has come back to us to say that they cannot do anything on the project because the project has not yet been handed over to local government. So as we are talking, they've removed it on the list of projects to be done under CDF. And yet for us as a constituency, that was the #1 priority project, because we lose a lot of young students when they're going from Ndongoleni to Ekwendeni CDSS. So I just wanted to confirm with the Honorable Minister if the process of handing over these secondary schools to the local government has been done, because the assemblies are refusing to take these projects under CDF. Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Member. Let's go back to Mzimba West.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, and let me thank the Honorable Minister for the response. Let me join Mzimba North, indeed, because we belong to the same council. So my rising was to point out exactly the same problem. Maybe in liaison with the Ministry of Local Government, we might need to be enlightened on what is supposed to happen. This is in line also with what I raised yesterday on an ongoing project in health, which again we've been informed that it cannot qualify. So pretty much the same question: when is the handover, or has it now been completed, that we might wish to go back to it as it was our priority. I thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable Minister, if you hear the House properly, it seems like the Constituency Development Fund guidelines, specifically in Mzimba, is refusing projects that have been mentioned. One from Mzimba West, the CDSS, and the other one from Mzimba Northeast. So possibly you might need to make some clarification on these observations, because they seem to, if that's the case, they will be affecting a lot of honor members of this House. Thank you. Honour Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. And because of the guidance that you have just given, permit me to start responding to the last two supplementary questions, and to indicate to the Honourable Member for Mzimba Northeast and to the Honourable Member for Mzimba West and to the entire House that when the US government withdrew support from these secondary schools, there was no immediate budgetary allocation to the ministry headquarters for the completion of these secondary schools. We will therefore, in consultation with the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Local Government, write to the councils to include the completion of all these secondary schools within the budget of the CDF, subject to what the Minister of Finance will guide. So, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, I think this question affects most of the members in the House. I would like to assure honorable members that this decision will be made within the week and that these councils will be communicated accordingly. Now, that means that I have responded to the two questions. Let me proceed to respond to Mzuzu City South, to assure the honorable member that we will make an assessment on the need of a community day secondary school at the location that he has mentioned, which was initially part of Nkatabe district. We will make an assessment to ensure that all the requirements for the establishment of a secondary school have been met. And if that is the case, we will certainly build a secondary school in the area, knowing that the standard is that no child should walk for more than 5 kilometers to go to a secondary school. And therefore, Honorable Member, be assured of our support. Let me also add that when we are constructing a secondary school these days, whether it is community day or what we call a conventional secondary school, there isn't significant difference in the facilities we provide. There must be a laboratory there, there must be a library there must be a hall there, and all the facilities necessary for learning. Therefore, this school, which you are requesting, if it shall be found to be necessary, it will be a complete secondary school with all the amenities required for teaching and learning. But, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, allow me to confirm to the House that there is a statement now ready to be delivered to this House tomorrow or on Monday, depending upon the order paper for the Ministry of Education, to confirm to this House that no child that is needy will be left behind. As the Honorable Minister, as the Honorable House would remember, yesterday the Loans Board issued a statement confirming that all needy children, their allocation will be multiplied by 2 in view of the change in the fees. So I'll be issuing a statement to make sure that no child lacks fees as a result of the adjustment. This adjustment has been necessitated by the need for us to continue to run the universities without compromising on education, and therefore our contribution to education. So, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, we will be issuing a statement to the House, and I would like all members to be patient and wait for that statement. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Honourable Minister, for that assurance. We will be waiting for that, and it responds to a lot of supplementary questions that have been raised so far. I see the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Likuni. What has gone out of order?
Wamisala nao na nkondo.
Honourable Member, the decorum of this House, when I switch to your microphone, the decorum of this House requires us to show Malawians that we are serious leaders. We can differ in how we think, but we should show Malawians that we are here to serve them better. Words like Wamisala nao na nkondo, you can choose to use them elsewhere. Not here, Honourable Member. Please switch on your microphone again so I can give you the floor for the point of order. Thank you.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the great people of Lilongwe Likuni constituency, TM Badalika. Specifically, they voted for me to be here to represent them, and I'm here to represent them, the ghetto president. Honorable First Deputy Speaker, it is not in order for the...
Honourable Member, the question should be, is
it that in order? Is it that in order? Yes. Is it that in order for the Honourable Minister to proceed with the business while I posed some questions to say, Kwampingu CDSS, we're still running Popanda Mpanda, and children, they are sitting under the tree as I'm speaking. Maliri CDSS were still doing the same. Why are they not attending to us? And if the minister say that he will write to this council, there are procedures. We have VDC, we have ADC, CDC. If he writes, who is going to approve that? because we have projects that we have approved already. So who is going to approve that? Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honour Member, you have raised a point of order to me, and my response is the Honourable Minister of Education has highlighted that is going to be writing the councils to look into the issues of the projects being said. He did not say he's going to be constructing fences for all the community-based secondary schools, if I quoted him well, but wait for his statement. It might include some of those issues you are raising, and that statement will be coming to the... We go to question number 135. The Honourable Member for Karonga Lufenia. Karonga Lufenia, you have the floor. Karonga Lufenia.
Thank you, Right Honourable Deputy Speaker. Right Honourable Deputy Speaker, I rise to confirm that question 135 under my name is indeed coming from the people of Kalonga Lufiria, more especially T.A. Kilupula, Senior GVH Mwenewisi, Senior GVH Maulambo, and Greta. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you, Honour Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. And through you, allow me to respond to the Honourable Member for Karonga Rufiria, who is asking the Ministry of Education, Science and Technology whether the ministry can provide laboratory equipment and library books to Wilori Community Day Secondary School. Additionally, the Honourable Member adds that girls at the school hostel sleep on locally made mats and asking the ministry to consider providing beds and mattresses. And in his compound question, he's also asking whether the school having acquired computers, when electricity will be supplied at this school. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me to thank the Honourable Member of Parliament for Kalonga Rufilia for his question. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, our ministry places priority in the provision of adequate teaching and learning materials. Under the National Education Sector Investment Plan, my ministry is addressing these issues in order to increase equitable access to quality education across the country. To achieve this priority objective, the ministry is implementing a number of initiatives, including infrastructure development and the provision of teaching and learning materials. Mr. First Speaker, sir, Wilori Community International School is one of the schools that has benefited from such initiatives, although the equity with quality and learning at secondary project, which is called EQUALS, has also ensured that this school has twin classroom blocks, a twin science laboratory, ICT and library block, and some latrines. So this school has been expanded. Mr. Speaker, sir, the scope of works under the EQUALS project provides for the finishing of the infrastructures that have been mentioned above. As we speak, the science, chemicals, and equipment have already been procured and are awaiting delivery at this school. Let me inform the August House that through the project, my ministry has already provided 40 computers, one interactive television, a starter pack of science textbooks, and 11 kilowatts solar unit meant for the ICT library block. Currently, only 15% of the power generated is being used. It means that there's extra power that can be used for the rest of the school. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me agree with the honorable member on the need for mattresses and beds for the girls' hostels at the school. The 60-bed capacity hostel was constructed with support from Solon Foundation, and the students started using it in January this year, despite having no mattresses or beds. May I therefore assure the honorable member that we will work in collaboration with the council to ensure that the hostel has beds and mattresses to the requisite standard of a secondary school. Let me help Honorable First Deputy Speaker in expanding on the supplementary question. If the honorable member was listening to me, I said we'll make a decision after consulting the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Local Government, which means that we will not make a decision unilaterally. The Ministry of Local Government will be part of the decision. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I now recognize the following honorable members for supplementary questions. Cholo Masambanjati, Chikwawa Central West, Zomba City North for supplementary questions. Apologies, I've just seen the owner of the question coming online. So let's start with the owner of the question for a supplementary question. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker. Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, I just want to thank the President, Right Honorable Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for sending the Deputy Minister of Education to acknowledge all the problems that we already CDSS. So with that response from the Minister of Education, I'm sure that we already CDSS will be really helped. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And let's go to Cholo Masambanjati.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, for granting an opportunity for the people of Cholo Masambanjati. The people of Cholo Masambanjati, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, wanted to ask the Minister of Education if the ministry is aware of the status of the incomplete secondary school building at Zowa Sandama Ward. I therefore asking the Minister if you may consider facilitating completion of Sandama, because the students at Sandama covers 10 kilometers to access their education. Thank you, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Let me allow a few announcements because I've seen our guests have started to go. Can you please wait for these announcements before you leave? Honorable members, we've received guests this morning. They are visiting Parliament from Christian Private Primary School. Christian Private Primary School. They are 40 in number. They are from Lilongwe. They are not from Rikuni, that I know. I would be surprised if Christian Private School was from Rikuni, and Let all the students and teachers from Christian private school please rise and wave at your parliament. Welcome to parliament. You are well dressed for parliament. Thank you very much. Please resume your seats. The next set of visitors are students. There are 41. They're coming from Grace's Spring Christian Academy. This is another Christian academy, but it has a different name. Grace's Spring Christian Academy. I don't think they're coming from Honorable Grace Kwelepeta. I don't think this is your school. It's just a coincidence of names. They have been brought here in support of the Honorable Minister of Natural Resources, Honorable Minister Patricia Whiskers, MP. Congratulations, Honorable Minister, for bringing our students. Can I request the students from Grace Spring Christian Academy, please rise. Oh, they're the same students, but the other group was seated there. Please, you have a privilege of waving us for the second time. Thank you, thank you. Please resume your seats. The next set of visitors, colleagues, they are senior senior chiefs, tradition authorities, and senior chief and traditional authorities. There are 6 in number. They're coming from Machinga South to observe Parliament under the auspices of the Honourable Member for the constituency, Honourable Kalitendere. May I request the chiefs, mafumu athu tikupempheni kuti muyimirire, kuti tikuoneni, takulandirani ku Parliament. Tiwapemphe Honourable Kalitendere, please rise to wave at your chiefs. Takulandirani Parliament, honor members. This is Parliament. Mafumu athu tithokoze. Matipangisa kuti ifeso tizabwerese mafumu siku lina. Honorable Kaitendere, thank you very much for considering our chiefs. Make sure on your way home, they are able to pass through the Honorable Minister of Local Government's office for an official greeting. It is very important to do that. It is very important to do that in this parliament. Welcome, welcome to Lilongwe and welcome to your parliament. Those were the announcements. The next member is Chikwawa Central East for a supplementary question. Central West, you have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, and good morning. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, I have a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Education regarding Chifunda CDSS Tomali, that's under Paramount Chief Lundu area. We are also requesting for a computer lab at this community day secondary school so that our learners there should be able to connect with other people or other students who are doing the same at community day secondary schools like in Charo Community Day Secondary School. And also, this one maybe will be a policy question to the Honorable Minister of Education regarding the perimeter fence construction at the Nchalo Community Day Secondary School. When we raised this issue with the district commissioner for Chikwawa, he said that his responsibility is only for primary schools, but for secondary schools is fully responsible is the Minister of Education. These are my supplementary questions to the Honorable Minister of Education. And finally, Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I'll be failing my job as a member of parliament for Chikwawa Central West if I fail to thank and appreciate His Excellency the President, Professor Pepita Mutharika, and his government for the support that they rendered to us when we were in problems during the floods and the month of private parts missing. The government supported us very well with full support, and the government has provided us with relief items for the flood victims victims, and for also those who were affected by the myth of private parts missing. I submit, Mr. Speaker, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next and the last on that order is Zomba City North. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, sir, for allowing the people of Zomba City North to raise a supplementary question to the Minister, able Minister of Education, who happens to be our Vice President in the Eastern Region for the mighty Democratic Progressive Party. First Deputy Speaker, sir, we have one and only CDSS in my constituency, Zomba City North, and this is called Chirunga. At this school, Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, it serves a lot of students surrounding Matawale, Chinamwali, Odnaisi, Chikanda, but we don't have a computer lab, we don't have a well-stocked library, and the CDSS lies along the M3 road. We need a perimeter fence to protect students as they are learning. Right Honorable First Deputy Speaker, sir, I would like to put forth this submission to the Honorable Minister of Education so that they provide all these things that I've mentioned. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity to respond to the three supplementary questions. One is the honorable member from Chiolo Masambanjati, who has brought to my attention the uncompleted status of Sandama Secondary School. I wish to assure the honorable member that this situation will be investigated. As of now, I would not hazard a guess as to why this school has not been completed. If it is in the group of the schools that were being funded by the US government, then it will be handled like the others. But if it is any of the projects, it could be by reason of a contractor not doing their job, or somebody not implementing the project properly. So let me just assure the honorable member that this matter will receive my immediate attention, and that within the next few days, we shall give the honorable member a report of the way forward. Chikwawa Central West. The honorable member has two questions. One is for a laboratory at Chikunda CDSS. Let me assure the honorable member that moving forward, no secondary school is adequate without a computer laboratory. And therefore, the work of providing a laboratory at Chikunda Community Secondary School is our immediate priority, and the honorable member will be assisted. I would like to assure the honorable member that when a school, particularly a community-day secondary school, is at a trading center it does face challenges of security and interference from the trading center and people around there. I can therefore agree that Nchalo CDSS does deserve a perimeter fence. I should also agree with this commissioner that the responsibility of providing facilities at secondary schools is primarily that of the Ministry of Education, not the district commissioner, except where there is a special arrangement. So this has been taken on board, and Honorable Member, we shall do our best to provide security for the children at Inchalo Community Day Secondary School. Zomba City North, Honorable Member, let me start with the issue of the fence. I would like to agree with you that if a school is surrounded by communities that are very popular and highly populated, like Matawale, Chinamwali, Olinaisi, and Chikanda, this kind of school does deserve to have a perimeter fence. Let me assure you, Honorable Member, therefore, that this fence is going to be a priority under our ministry. Let me also assure you, Honorable Member, that the issue of laboratory at this school is non-negotiable, and therefore it is something that we will provide in the immediate future. So, Honorable Member, both have been taken on board and will be addressed. I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. Before we proceed, I see point of orders. One from Chitipa North. The honour member for Chitipa North is what has gone out of order.
Thank you very much, our first Deputy Speaker. I was very worried when I heard that this is the last opportunity to ask questions. And is it in order when this should be the last questions when I have a burning issue for the constituency, for the students in the CDSS?
Honour member, there is one more question under this ministry. I should promise to consider you on a supplementary question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope you were not highlighting or reflecting on the chair seated here, because the chair loves the people from Chitipa North, including yourself. Thank you very much.
We really appreciate.
And the next one is coming from the people of Lilongwe Chiwamba. And the honorable member from Lilongwe Chiwamba, wait until we give you the floor. We will give you the floor. You have the floor, sir. Honorable member, hold on, wait.
Noisy.
Now you have the floor.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker.
Honour member, wait until we reconnect you again. You have the floor, honour member.
Thank you very much. I think I have a lot of teachers, and I'm very glad this morning that people are willing to teach me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Second Deputy Speaker. I'd like to ask you to teach me how many point of orders do you allow to ask one question? I'm asking this, First Deputy Speaker, today's order paper. I have a question to ask Minister of Health, but it seems we have a lot of questions to a lot of ministers. I'm worried because the Honourable Minister of Health, she has just arrived now, I don't think if maybe she's going to be here or not, but people of Lilongwe in general, they are waiting for the question that I should ask. So I'm worried. Let me finish it. Chief Whip, let me finish. I'm speaking on behalf of people of Lilongwe Chiwanga. I'm worried because you are the one who is organizing everything in this house. I'm worried because now time is passing. We are about to have a tea break. Very soon we are going to for lunch. But people, they are waiting to hear that I should ask the question. Thank you very much.
Honour member, honour member, honour member, thank you very much. You have just delayed us further. What you've done, you've just delayed us further. With 3 minutes, honour member, let's move to question 136. Honour member for Sanje Lalanje.
Thank you very much.
Honour member for Sanje Lalanje, please resume your seat. We will recognize honour member for Zomba Malosa, the deputy backbencher leader in government. Honour member, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, First Deputy Speaker. Today being Private Members' Day, I would like to ask that I would like to move a motion that we extend question time even after tea break so that all the questions are asked are exhausted on the order paper. Thank you, First Deputy Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Deputy Backbencher Leader, Government Side. Honour members, we have a motion on the floor. A motion is to extend question time after the helpful break to allow more questions to be tackled. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, the motion is carried, and your request has been granted. Thank you very much. Honour member for Sanje Lalanje.
Thank you very much, Honorable First Deputy Speaker, and good morning. I rise to confirm that question number 136 appearing on today's order paper, standing on my name, is indeed coming from the people of Sanje Lalanje. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister of Education, Science and Technology. You have the floor, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker. And through you, allow me to thank the honorable member for Sanjay Lalanje for his very important question, which is to ask the ministry whether government still intends to proceed with the construction of Bangula University, considering that the project was earmarked in the 2019 manifesto, and I think he's talking about the DPP manifesto. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, allow me to thank the Honorable Member of Parliament for Sanjay Lalanje for this question. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, let me reiterate that the policy of my ministry, under the guidance of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, our President, is to increase access to higher education and for the youth of this country to be provided with higher education through the construction of new universities and the expansion of existing universities by the additional by the addition of extra infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, sir, let me at this juncture inform the August House that in its bid to increase access to higher education and move forward the agenda of transforming Malawi from a predominantly importing and consuming nation to a producing and exporting giant within a few years, the state president, His Excellency Professor Bingu wa Mutharika, during the state opening of the 2010-2011 budget session of Parliament, announced that within the next 10 years, Malawi should have at least 5 new public universities spread all over the country. He concluded the statement by saying that our curriculum should be adjusted for these new and existing universities to have faculties related to one of the 9 development priorities. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, you may wish to note that to put this ambitious program into operation, the Malawi government established the Malawi Universities Development Program, known as MUDEP, and appointed a public universities working committee. The following 5 universities were to be established: Malawi University of Science and Technology, MUST, in Cholo; University of Marine Biology in Mankibe, Mangochi; Bangula University in Nsanje; University of Nkhotakota; and Mombera University in Mzimba. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, although it had initially been contemplated that the universities would be developed within 10 years, realities on the ground, including financial constraints, dictated that they be phased. The first phase saw the construction of MUST in Cholo, which is now complete. Second is Mombera, which has taken longer than anticipated, but is now geared to be constructed and completed within the next few years. The University of Marine Biology, Bangula University, and University of Nkhotakota have not been abandoned. Funds permitting, government intends to proceed with the construction of these 3 universities. Mr. Speaker, sir, in accordance with the concept envisioned by the late state president, the Bangula University would concentrate on cotton research and water resources management. Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, you may wish to note that following the announcement and appointment of the Public Universities Working Committee, identification of sites in consultation with the relevant departments was done. The team visited Bangula in Nsanje on 16th March 2011, and 2 sites were proposed near Bangula Secondary School for the proposed university. These sites were Nyandhani along M8 Road and Tangaz River. The other site is Makwale site, south of Bangula Secondary School, along the road to Majete Game Reserve. Having said this, let me assure the honorable member that government will proceed with the project when funds become available. I thank you, Mr. First Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable members, supplementary questions have been hit by Sanje Central, Machinga South, and then I already promised the honourable member for Chitipa North for a possibility of a supplementary question. In that order, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir, for granting this opportunity to the people of Sanje Central to ask a supplementary question on the question from my brother from Sanje Lalanje. And we are pleased with the response from the minister, the assurance that the government has not yet forgotten this university project. But in order to ensure that we are comforted, would the minister be considerate of construction of a fence around the land that was provided, secure the land from encroachment? Because as we're speaking, the population in the area is growing and people are getting closer to the land. We are afraid by the time the resources are made available for the construction, this land may not be available. But to make sure that there is total commitment, would the minister consider constructing a fence around this land that we provided? I thank you, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, sir.
Thank you. Let's move to Machinga South.
Thank you very much, First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Machinga South. First of all, let me appreciate the Minister of Education for the initiative of establishing primary school at Fakiri Primary School. And the block has been completed as I am speaking. But I would like to bring the attention to the minister if he is aware the concerns that has been raised in the area that the council believes the place is not enough for full primary school. However, they have changed the program to be a nursery school. So the people in the area have asked me to convey the minister, to convey the message to the minister that the place is enough for full primary school. So they warmly welcome the government to construct full primary school in whatever way. They can use the whole land which is there. There are some houses there they will demolish. That message is coming from the people of Fakiri that the houses which are near the planned land, they are welcome to be demolished. So I thought it is appropriate to ask them to let the minister know that we are most welcome. We will appreciate to see the full primary school at Fakiri in whatever reasons. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope the people of Fakiri wouldn't need a bulldozer to demolish those houses, but we welcome that development. And I hope the traditional authority of Fakiri is here to confirm that with the minister on his way going home, because you might be in trouble after demolishing those houses. Chitipa North, that's the last one before the half break.
Thank you very much, our First Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Chitipa North constituency in Senior Chief Kameme and Senior Chief Mwavulambia. I would like to take this opportunity to ask the Minister of Education, Science and Technology to consider the following CDSs. We have Chintekwe, Kangwa, Kameme CDSs, Njelengwa, and Ngoya. These CDSs are not adequate. We would like to ask the Minister of Education to consider adding another CDSs in Ipula James Kameme. And our major concerns currently, these CDSs are far apart. So children travel more than 30 kilometers to access the CDSS services. So we would like to request if this could be in policy that all these community day secondary school, as in my constituency, these are not CDSSs. We would like to request if it could be a policy to have the boys and girls' hostels within the premises. And also we don't have laboratory and library, and electricity we don't have in these schools. We don't have even admin school block. Our teachers' houses, they are not there, including even hall. So because of these issues, we have a lot of school dropouts, and we're really asking the Minister of Education to consider this constituency so that we can have more girls and young people accessing education. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I hope you have submitted for a constituency statement because you seem to have a lot to share with this House. We will appreciate that. Honour Minister, before the half a break, take those questions.
Thank you very much, Mr. First Deputy Speaker, for the opportunity to respond to the three supplementary questions. Let me thank the Honourable Member for Sagi Central for his wise recommendation that we secure the location identified for Bangula University with a fence or some protective device. And I think I agree with the Honourable Member. This suggestion will be taken on board. Let me also mention to all members of the House that we have given instructions to all our universities, all our colleges, all our secondary schools, and primary schools to ensure that their boundaries are properly delineated, properly identified, and where possible, there are beacons showing the boundaries, because there's a lot of encroachment that is happening in these public institutions. And I would therefore invite honorable members to ensure that these institutions in their constituencies abide by this requirement so that there is, and where possible, to have even a title deed with a map of their boundaries so that we can reduce disputes in the future. I have seen so many secondary schools, primary schools, quarreling over land with the public around them. This can come to an end if we make sure that this issue is resolved now. And therefore, thank you, Honourable Member, for that contribution. Honourable Member for Machinga South, I'm hoping that when you're asking your question, your chiefs are still here so that they could hear you ask that very important question. Anganga Che Chamba and the other chiefs in your constituency. I would like to assure you, Honourable Member, that a decision to establish a primary school, whether it is a junior primary school or a full primary school, is made by the community with the support of government. A decision to transform a junior primary school to a nursery school is a decision of the community. Do these things in consultation with the district commissioner's office so that you are properly guided in ensuring that you are making the right decisions. We in the Ministry of Education work hand in hand with the Ministry of Gender because early childhood is of interest to us. We would not stop you from establishing a nursery school at a place where you had initially intended to have a junior primary school. Just make sure that your young children of standard 1 to 5 are not walking too far to go to Mirala's primary school and other schools to receive education. So get the support and guidance of the experts from the district commissioner's office. That will be my guidance, honorable member. Chitipa North, yes, that was a long list of requests, and they're all very important. If you don't mind, honorable member, I would invite you to write me a letter, or at least a note, indicating all these requirements in your constituency, and we will address them because we think that the issues that you are raising, Honorable Member, are very important and they should be addressed, including issues of long distances, issues of security, issues of hostels, electricity, laboratories. All these are very important. But if you could find time, Honorable Member, to write me and specify where is needed, what is needed, will provide the appropriate support. I thank you very much, Mr. First Speaker, sir.
Thank you, honour members. It is 11:05. I therefore suspend proceedings for a health break. The House resumes at 11:35. House suspended.
Witness anangonena kuti